Hello Godblood fans, this is Cookie Slayer for a second part of the Master Grade Kämpfer review. We are going to look at the plates and then at the manual. So let's start with the A plate. This one has all the thrusters. I know they might look a bit more yellow than they actually are in the camera. And the same thing for the blue. It looks a bit more blue on the camera, but it's actually there's a lot of green in it, so it's not really like the real color of the Kämpfer in the anime. So that's a bit disappointing. But I'm going to paint it after building it the first time. So that doesn't bother me as much, but if you don't plan to paint that kit, you might want to rethink. So there you go, we have the mono clear part for the mono eye here, all the thrusters, there's a lot of those, it's going to be fun. Now we have, here is A2. I'm not sure what those are, but they look like connections maybe for the arm and maybe some weapons. There you go. I'll go with the PC plate next. There's a lot of those. So I'm looking forward to building it because, like I said in the previous video, I only built more recent master grades. So I'm not used to how they were built before. And talking about old master grades, there's this little bag with screws. So some of the joints, I presume, need the screws to hold together. I'm assuming that by the end of this build, I'll probably enjoy the new master grades a lot more. So here we have some of the gray parts. Some of the mine here, the handles for the chain mine, a couple connections. I think those are for the ends, but I'm not sure. We have the pilot here, seated and standing. I can't remember his name right now, but it will come back. And we have the eye plate. We have two of those. It's the chain mine plate here. Those are for the shoulders. I think that's for the foot. I'm not sure. I think those are going to be in the legs, so it's probably going to look pretty nice. Here we go with the D plate. We have the chest armor, well, inner frame, and I think that's for the head. There's a lot of detail on those, so some of the joints might be more of an issue for that older model, but I think the details are pretty good. And this is the H plate, more of connections, joints. You can see the details in there. Going to try to pick them up with the lining if they show over the armor. Talking about the armor, this is the lower part of the legs and the upper parts, upper joints. Next up we have B2, chest armor, and those are the back's kind of skirt, but it's not really a skirt, with the places for all the exhausts for the propeller. This is for the backpack. Then there's two G part. These are for the inner frame. There seems to be quite a bunch of detail here. We have pistons, little screws, stuff like that. This is gonna be fun to paint afterward. Here is MP2 for the open ends and the fingers for the other pair of ends. And finally we have F, which there's two of them with the feet, which are quite big, so I'm assuming that kit will be on the bigger size. So this is the top of the foot, but I guess those won't move very much since they're one piece, so I don't think it's going to have a lot of mobility. And finally we have the effect part, beam saber, that I showed earlier. I don't know if maybe there you go. We have the decals. There's, I think those are dry decals, and there's the regular ones underneath. And here there's the tube, which looks quite solid, and some metal wires covered with plastic. I'm not sure why there's that much. I assume it's going to go inside the tubing, but maybe there's something else too that I don't know about. Oh, I was about to forget, we have two weapons plate, because he's got double plate of each weapon. Those are the E plate, two of them. Bazooka's pretty big, I really like it. With the shotguns, with the cross that you can put and or remove from it. And that's it for the plates. Now let's look at the manual. So here you go, the classic master grade cover, which has not changed much since 2001. Some nice line art of the Kämpfer. Layout of the plates with nothing seems to be X'd out, which I'm not surprised. There's not many kits that go with that same configuration. Here we have all the technical infos. Sadly, I cannot read Japanese, so I won't be able to go into details with those. Here is the first part. So you build the shoulders, I think. Yeah, the arm unit. There you go. And on the other page, something I really like, some drawings of the pieces, cockpit, head, arm unit. Here we go, continuity of the arms with the shoulders. Looks like there's a lot of spikes that are going to go on the shoulder piece. And as you can see here, it's not, it's going to be able to move because it's on a ball joint. Here you have the rest of the heart for the leg and the weapons. Chain mine, giant bazooka, the shotguns, the Sturmfaust, and the beam saber. Here are the beautiful color pages where they probably talk about how the suit was built inside the colony, I think number 6 if I recall correctly, in War of the Pocket, and then where it proceeded to get destroyed by the Gundam after defeating a full squad of Federation forces. There's some nice action pose here, but you can already see that it's not really movable that much because all those poses are with the same leg orientation, so they don't bend that much. Here we have the nice weapon rack with all the weapons, which is pretty cool. Some other pro-painted pictures of all the weapons, and those were on the box if I recall correctly. Now the rest, you go with the leg unit, and then lower leg, upper leg, leg again. I guess there's a lot to do in those. I like that there's pistons that are showing in the inner framing here. And then the head unit. There's a lot of pieces for a simple head like that, which is a good sign. And then the torso. Oh yeah, here is the wiring. I need to make knots and stuff to hold it in place. Hopefully it won't be too hard. Here we go. And then the weapons, the chain mine with all the pieces. And then they show how to put it together, give him weapons, put the weapons on the racks everywhere. And then the stickers, I assume, oh no, their stickers are not there. Yeah, okay, yeah, those are the stickers. There's no numbers for those. And then the back of the suit, as shown in the cover art that I was on top of the box when I did the unboxing. So this is for the plate and the manual. In part 3, I'll be showing off the parts and how they move, if they do at all. And yeah, so like I said before, if you have any comments, suggestion, feel free to leave a comment below, and see you next time.